Hello everybody and welcome to another episode. In today's episode I'm going to show you how to properly remove and replace the front brake disc along with the front brake pads from any Volkswagen SHARAN Generation 2 made after the year 2010. As you can see right here, the brake disc of the car is in a very bad condition, and on this vehicle, like you all already saw a lot of my videos which I posted on my YouTube channel, I'm going to fix a lot of things on these cars. I'm going to do a lot of maintenance on this vehicle, for example, and today in this episode I'm going to show you all how to replace the brake disc and the brake pads on any Volkswagen SHARAN Generation 2. Right here, as you can see, I have the brand new brake pads made by ATE, and the brake discs are also made by ATE, which I'm going to install on this vehicle. So the first thing which you have to do is to lift the vehicle up like I did right here. And right now, with the wheel removed from the vehicle, you all can see exactly the condition of the brake disc. It has a lot of cracks, it's very rusted, and this is why it's very dangerous to drive the car, because in some cases the brake disc can break completely and you'll have no brakes on the vehicle. So to remove the brake disc and the brake pads from this kind of vehicle, you have to remove this screw from right here, which is securing the brake disc mounted to the hub. Then right here you have a metal clip, which you have to pull out from the caliper. After that, behind the caliper, you'll have to remove these rubber caps, which are covering the screws, which are securing the caliper mounted to the caliper mounting bracket. And then in the last, you'll have to remove the caliper mounting bracket, which is secured to the vehicle with two screws. You'll have to use a 21mm socket to remove the two screws from behind. This is the first one, and the second one it's right here at the bottom. In my case, for example, I'm going to use an impact gun to remove them, but probably if you don't have it, you can also use a breaker bar or something like that to remove them from the vehicle. Very good everybody, with all of these things being said, I will go ahead, I will show you all exactly step by step how to remove them and how to replace them, and from here just watch exactly what I'm doing. Right here, the anti-rudder spring is removed from the caliper, and right now I will go ahead, I will remove the caliper from the caliper mounting bracket. Right now, both of the screws which are securing the caliper to the caliper mounting bracket are removed, and after that you can pull the caliper out from the car. And as you can see, just pull it forward. If it's not coming out, you have to use a flat screwdriver to push the piston a little bit back, and you have to disconnect the brake pads from it. Right now I'm going to remove the caliper mounting bracket with the impact gun, and I recommend all, if you have no space, I recommend all to turn the steering wheel to the right, for example, if you're working on the right side, and it will create you more space to remove the caliper mounting bracket. Also, make sure to clean the caliper mounting bracket very good with a wire brush, and only then you can install it back on the vehicle, because if you don't clean it in the future, you may have some problems with the brake pads which can't slide back and forth, or which probably will get blocked over the caliper mounting bracket because there is a lot of rust and debris. So just make the job like it should be done, just clean everything back together, and after that you can mount everything back together on the vehicle. After that, you have to remove the little screw which is securing the brake disc mounted to the hub, and if the brake disc is not coming out, you'll have to hammer it a few times with a big hammer, and it will come out from the hub. And as you can see, in my case, it did come out, and this is the condition of the brake disc from the inside, and as you can see, it's in very bad condition, even worse than the exterior part. Alright everybody, after that what you have to do is to clean the hub very good. You'll have to use a big wire brush or a machine with a wire brush on it, and you have to clean the hub very good. And in my case, for example, I always spray some copper paste over the hub just to prevent things getting rusted in the future, and to prevent things getting blocked or stick together in time. And after that, you have to take the caliper, you have to clean it very good. I recommend you to use some brake cleaner, and you have to use a special press made exactly to push the piston back into the caliper for most of the vehicles. Okay everybody, from this moment you can go ahead and install the parts back on the vehicle. Right here, as you can see, the hub is cleaned. I also protect it with some copper spray. Also, the piston from the caliper is pushed back and it's ready to be installed back on the vehicle. Right now, I'm going to install back the new brake disc. I'm going to secure it with the little screw, and you have to tighten the screw to 7 Newton meters. After you finish securing the brake disc, you'll have to install back the caliper mounting bracket. In my case, I will also use some copper spray over it just to make the brake pads slide a little bit easier. After that, the next step which you'll have to do is to take the brake pads. You'll have to put first the exterior brake pad over the caliper mounting bracket, and after that you'll have to put back the interior brake pad over the caliper from the piston, and you'll have to put it and push it back into the piston. And in some cases you will also have a brake pad wear sensor over the brake pad from the interior, and probably it will be on the driver's side. But today, because I'm working on the passenger side, I don't have it right here, so I cannot show it to you. But if you have one, or probably if your car has a brake pad wear sensor on both of the sides, you'll have to put the brake pad with the wear sensor on the interior part of the caliper, and you'll have to put the cable underneath the caliper, and you'll have to connect it to the cable which is coming out from the car. After that, as you can see right here, you'll have to tighten the screws to secure the caliper to the caliper mounting bracket, and then you'll have to put back the spring, the rotor spring from the exterior of the caliper. And after the job is done, I recommend all to go back inside the cabin into the car, and you'll have to press the brake pedal a few times until it will push the piston back over the brake pads and over the brake disc, and until it will create some pressure in the system. And after that, you can drive the car perfectly fine on the road. Alright everybody, so as you can see, this is all you have to do if you want to replace the front brake pads and the front brake disc from any Volkswagen SHARAN from the year 2010 and up, generation 2. And also, this method is working for almost any car out there. Doesn't matter if you drive a BMW or any other car, this method and the steps are exactly the same for most of the cars out there. Thank you all for watching. If you liked it and found it informative, please leave a like and a comment down below. See you next time.